Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever stopped to think about the humble paper towel? We use them every single day to wipe up spills, clean our hands, and tackle countless messes. They're a staple in almost every home, but have you ever wondered how these super absorbent sheets are actually made? It's a fascinating process that turns giant trees into the soft, strong rolls we can't live without. So, today, we're going on an industrial adventure to uncover the secrets behind paper towels. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's dive into the journey from forest to kitchen counter. It all begins deep in a sustainably managed forest. The primary raw material for most paper towels is wood pulp, which comes from trees like pines and spruces. These aren't just any forests, though. Reputable manufacturers use trees from certified forests where for every tree harvested, several new ones are planted. This ensures a continuous, renewable supply and helps maintain healthy forest ecosystems. Once the selected trees are felled, they are transported to a pulp mill. Here, they undergo a process called debarking, where a machine tumbles the logs to strip off all the bark, leaving just the bare wood. The bark isn't wasted, by the way. It's often used as biomass fuel to help power the mill itself. With the bark removed, the logs are ready to be turned into wood chips. They are fed into a chipper, which is essentially a giant wood shredder with massive rotating blades. In a matter of seconds, whole logs are reduced to small, coin-sized wood chips. This step is crucial because it dramatically increases the surface area of the wood, making the next stage much more efficient. The chips are then screened to ensure they are all a uniform size. Any chips that are too large are sent back for another go-round in the chipper, while any that are too small, like sawdust, are separated and often used for other purposes, like creating particle board or fuel. Now, it's time to turn these wood chips into pulp. This is where the magic really starts. There are two main methods: mechanical pulping and chemical pulping. For paper towels, chemical pulping, specifically the craft process, is most common. The wood chips are loaded into a massive pressure cooker called a digester. Inside, they are cooked in a hot chemical solution, which includes sodium hydroxide and sodium sulfide. This chemical bath works to break down the lignin, which is the natural glue that holds the wood fibers together. After several hours of cooking, the lignin dissolves, releasing the strong cellulose fibers we need for our paper. Once the cooking is complete, what we have is a dark, soupy mixture of cellulose fibers, which is now called pulp. This pulp is then washed thoroughly to remove the leftover chemical solution and the dissolved lignin. The washing process is a multi-stage system that ensures the pulp is as clean as possible. The leftover chemical liquid, known as black liquor, is also incredibly valuable. It's concentrated and burned in a recovery boiler to generate energy for the mill and, more importantly, to recover and regenerate the cooking chemicals for reuse. It's a highly efficient, closed-loop system that minimizes waste and environmental impact. At this point, the pulp is clean, but it's still a brownish color due to any remaining traces of lignin. To get that bright white color we associate with paper towels, the pulp must be bleached. Now, when you hear bleaching, you might think of harsh chlorine, but modern paper mills have moved toward more environmentally friendly methods. The most common process is called elemental chlorine-free, or ECF bleaching. This uses chlorine dioxide instead of pure elemental chlorine, which significantly reduces the formation of harmful byproducts. Many companies are even moving to totally chlorine-free TCF processes, which use oxygen, ozone, and hydrogen peroxide to whiten the pulp. This stage not only brightens the paper, but also further purifies the fibers. Now we have a clean white pulp, but it's still just a watery slurry. To turn it into a sheet of paper, it's mixed with a lot of water. We are talking about a mixture that is 99.5% water and only 0.5% fiber. This mixture is pumped into the front of a giant paper machine, into a section called the head box. The head box sprays a thin, even layer of this fibrous water onto a massive, fast-moving mesh screen. As the water drains through the screen, the cellulose fibers begin to interlock and mat together, forming a very delicate, wet sheet of paper. This initial sheet is extremely fragile, like wet tissue paper. To strengthen this fragile sheet and give it that signature paper towel texture, a couple of things happen. First, many paper towels get their absorbency and strength from a process called through-air drying, or TAD. The wet sheet is transferred from the main screen onto a special textured fabric. Hot air is then blown through the sheet, which not only dries it quickly, but also bulks it up, creating pockets between the fibers. This is what makes the paper towel soft and highly absorbent. Sometimes, during this stage, two separate sheets are created and then pressed together or embossed. This embossing, the little patterns you see on your paper towels, isn't just for looks. It helps bond the layers together and creates more little pockets to trap water, further boosting absorbency. The paper is now dry, strong, and textured, but it's still in a single, massive roll that can be miles long and weigh several tons. This is called the parent roll. From here, the parent roll is moved to the converting area. Here, it is unwound and fed through machines that perform the final steps. The paper is cut to the correct width for a standard paper towel roll. Then, it's perforated by blades that make the tariff lines for individual sheets. Finally, the long perforated strip is wound tightly around a cardboard core. Once the roll reaches the desired diameter, it's automatically cut, sealed, and ready for packaging. The final step is packaging. The finished rolls are sent down a conveyor belt where automated machinery bundles them into multi-packs, wrapping them in plastic. These packs are then placed into cardboard boxes, stacked onto pallets, and shipped out to warehouses and distribution centers. From there, they make their way to the grocery store shelves where you and I pick them up. So the next time you reach for a paper towel to clean up a spill, you'll know the incredible journey it took. From a tree in a sustainable forest, through massive machines and complex chemical processes, all the way to that convenient roll in your kitchen. It's a pretty amazing blend of nature, chemistry, and engineering. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of paper towel manufacturing. It's pretty cool to see how everyday items are made, isn't it? If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure. Do you have any other everyday items you're curious about? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.